Assalamu alaikum everyone. I hope you all are doing well. We've completed organic yesterday, and from now, the next three classes are fully dedicated to the past papers of entirely organic chemistry, which involve introduction, sources, fractional distillation, isomerism, cracking, and hydrocarbons, variety in hydrocarbons, I mean alkanes and alkenes, alcohols, carboxylic acids, and the most important one is esters. So let's get started. The structure of fumaric acid is shown. सर ये तो कभी पढ़ाया ही नहीं आपने. फ्यूमेरिक एसिड क्या होता है? छोड़े में आपसे स्कैम करेगा, अजीब अजीब से नाम दे के आपको डराने की कोशिश करेगा, लेकिन हम डरेंगे नहीं. Just stay focused, read the entire statement and just focus on the word of your use. आपके benefit का word देखना है. How does the structure shows that the fumaric acid is unsaturated compound? What compounds are called unsaturated compound? Compounds that have a double bond between carbon-carbon atoms. If you look at the fumaric acid, it has a double bond between carbon-oxygen here, carbon-oxygen here. So is this unsaturated because of the presence of double bond, or the double bond between carbon-carbon atom which is present here? So आपने specify करना है as it has a double bond between carbon. Double bond लिखोगे कुछ नहीं मिलेगा. Double bond between carbon atoms लिखना है आपने. Between carbon atoms. Otherwise the double bond तो यहाँ पे भी है ना. So it is not unsaturated because of the double bond of carbon and oxygen. Okay. Fumaric acid. Fumaric acid is oxidized. So carboxylic acid is oxidized by acidified KMnO4. What do you know about KMnO4 and what color does it have? Anyone in the class? What color does the KMnO4 have? It has purple color, and when it oxidizes other substance, it goes colorless. So from purple to colorless. Part C. Fumaric acid is neutralized. Since it is acid, it should be neutralized by an alkali, sodium hydroxide, neutralization reaction. This is fumaric acid, this is alkali, salt, and water. Write the ionic equation. I told you many times, no matter what acid or alkali do you have, no matter. If देखो ये एसिड का नाम शायद आपने भी कभी ना सुना हो, मैंने तो कभी नहीं सुना, शायद एक दो बार सुना हुआ पहले, लेकिन आपके लिए तो अननोन है ना. ओ लेवल्स तक तो हमने कभी ऐसा कोई एसिड पढ़ा ही नहीं. बट हमें ये पता है कि एसिड होता क्या. एसिड इज अ सब्सटेंस दैट डोनेट H+ ion, and acid react with alkali which donate hydroxide ion, and they react to form water. So no matter what acid, what alkali, they react to form water, is liquid, both ions are aqueous. यहाँ पे उसने स्टेट सिंबल पूछे नहीं है तो अब नहीं भी लिखोगे तो विल गेट 1. करेक्ट. समझ आ रही है सबको? यस. ओके. Describe two characteristics of a homologous series. Two characteristics of a homologous series. See, we did 5 characteristics of homologous series. All members of homologous series, have the same functional group. Have same functional group. आप ये भी लिख सकते हैं all member of homologous series shows similar chemical properties. Similar chemical properties. A trend in the physical properties follows same general formula. कोई से दो लिख सकते हैं. Same. All members of a homologous series follow same general formula. Okay. Part B. Construct an equation for the complete combustion of butane. We know that whenever you burn completely, in fact, butane, whenever you burn something, you react it with oxygen. Combustion is a reaction with oxygen. And since it says complete combustion, to get CO2 and H2O. Let's balance this equation. जितने कार्बन्स हैं उतना ही कार्बन डाई बनेंगे, हाइड्रोजन्स उसका हाफ वाटर बनेंगे. Let's balance the oxygens. 4 2 8, 8 and 4 कितने होते हैं 12, इसके साथ 6 लगा लेते हैं. ऐसे किया सबने? Yes. So complete combustion for 2 marks. It produces carbon dye and water. Carbon dye and water. सबने लिख लिया भाई? Please check the whole page. First, it was about unsaturation. It is unsaturated because of the presence of double bond between carbon atom. And we know that KMnO4 goes, when it oxidizes the other substance, it goes from purple to colorless. And the ionic equation of all neutralization reaction has to be the same without any exception. Ionic equation should be same for all neutralization reactions. And then homologous series have the same, all members of the series have same functional group. They show similar chemical properties. They follow same general formula. They differ by CH2, consecutive member, and they show different physical properties. And complete combustion shows produce carbon dioxide and water. All 3 parts of this question. Let's start. Butene reacts with hydrogen. Butene is an alkene with formula C4H8. It reacts with hydrogen. Ene reacts with hydrogen to form ane. So hydrogen will be added. Now you will have 10 hydrogen. It is an addition reaction since you only got one product. And it takes place in the presence of nickel or platinum as catalyst, 2 to 300 degree or 2 to 3 atm pressure. This is oil, unsaturated hai, and this is saturated margarine ghee. Name the product. So when you react butene with hydrogen, you will get butane. So from ene, it has become ane. The purpose of nickel, it acts as a catalyst. State one other condition, 2 to 300 degree temperature. One other तो हम एक ही लिख देते हैं. Make sense, everyone? Yes. Polymers अभी हमने किया नहीं है तो हम polymers के question अभी skip कर रहे हैं. ठीक है? Okay, part C. Less than a minute, everyone. Please read the entire statement and answer the question, please. Read the entire statement and answer the question. The partial structure of polylactic acid is shown. On the diagram, you can see that the partial structure, the ajeeb, horrible structure is shown. On the diagram, draw a ring around the atom of one ester linkage. So ester linkage kya tha? We discussed many times CO2. This is ester linkage. This is also ester linkage. So आपने किसी एक पे draw करना है जिसपे मर्जी draw करना, right? So you got one. 5 organic compounds have following structures. 5 compounds have following structure. We have compound A. This is a hydrocarbon as it contains carbon and hydrogen atoms only. It is saturated as all carbon-carbon bonds are single. It is saturated hydrocarbon. Exactly, it is butane because it has 4 carbons and it follows the general formula of alkane. This is also hydrocarbon, but this is unsaturated because there is a double bond, so it should be C4H8. Unsaturated hai alkene. This is also, this has the same molecular formula, but B and C have different position of double bond, so they have different structure. They are different molecule. Both of them are isomers of each other. Right? D is derivative of hydrocarbon. It is not a hydrocarbon because you contain atom other than carbon and hydrogen, and E is another molecule. Which compound is butane? It has to be A. ये ना butane. But है 4 carbon or ane है because all carbon are single covalent. So it is butane. Which 2 compounds are the structural isomers? Structural को छोड़ो बस isomers पे focus करो. तो हमने तो पहले decide कर लिया. B and C have the same molecular formula, C4H8. B and C both have the same formula, but the position of the double bond is different. Here the position is double bond is with the first carbon between first and second, and here it is between second and third carbon. So the position of double bond is different. So they have the same molecular formula, but structure are different. So they are isomers, or more specifically, structural isomers. Which compound can be made by reacting alkene with bromine? Alkene with bromine. So which compound can be made? Imagine आपके पास alkene है, right? इसमें let's say ये alkene है. Imagine hydrogens are there. इसके पास 2 hydrogens है, इसके पास 1 है, इसके पास 3 है. क्योंकि सबके 4 पूरे करने हैं ना, ये तो पता है ना सबको. We have to attach appropriate number of hydrogens so that the carbon make 4 bond. Let's add bromine into it. Bromine का मतलब होता है Br2. तो वो कहाँ ऐड होगा? एक यहां जाएगा और दूसरा इसी के साथ वाले कार्बन पे जाएगा, बिकॉज डबल बॉन्डेड कार्बन पे एडिशन होती है ना. ऐसा तो नहीं हो सकता कि एक ब्रोमीन इसके पास चला जाए और दूसरा इसके पास चला जाए. इसके पास जाएगा तो 5 बॉन्ड हो जाएंगे इसके. तो आइडिया ये है कि जब भी आप एडिशन करते हो, यू एड the molecule with the adjacent carbon connected through double bond. Both carbon must have double bond. Adjacent carbon पे ऐड कर. If you look at structure E, क्वेश्चन दोबारा पढ़ लें जिनको क्वेश्चन समझ. Which compound can be made by reacting an alkene? So imagine आपके पास 3 कार्बन वाली एल्कीन थी, ये एल्कीन है. आपने ब्रोमीन ऐड की, तो क्या ऐसा हो सकता है कि एक ब्रोमीन इसके पास आ जाए और एक इसके पास चला जाए, which have nothing to do with the double bond? ब्रोमीन तो एडजेसेंट कार्बन के पास ही आएगी ना. तो दिस इज इनकरेक्ट, बिकॉज एक ब्रोमीन इसको दे दी और एक इस थर्ड को जाके उठा के दे दी. ये वाला स्ट्रक्चर ठीक है, इसमें है ही 2 कार्बन. इमेजिन ये एल्कीन है, अगर ब्रोमीन ऐड करोगे, एक ब्रोमीन यहाँ आ जाएगी, एक यहाँ, एंड डबल बॉन्ड विल डिसअपीयर एंड रेस्ट हाइड्रोजन्स आर देयर. So this is the compound which is formed when bromine reacts with alkene. So D has to be the correct answer. Which compound is saturated in hydrocarbon? So double bond वाले तो कभी हो नहीं सकते. This is saturated. All carbon are single. It is also hydrocarbon because no atom other than carbon and hydrogen. So A. Make sense? Yes. भाई कोई मुश्किल काम तो नहीं है? No sir. Okay, from the same molecules, which compound has an empirical formula C2H5? Which compound has empirical formula C2H5? C2 and H5. देखो यार, इनमें तो ब्रोमीन आ गया है, ये तो हो नहीं सकता. हमें चाहिए कोई मॉलिक्यूल जिसका इंपेरिकल ये हो. इन दोनों के अगर आप देखो तो दे बोथ आर C4H8. तो इंपेरिकल होता है सिंपल रेशियो, तो वो हो जाएगा CH2 एग्जैक्टली डबल. 4 का डबल 8, 1 का डबल 2. तो ये भी नहीं होंगे. ये होगा C4H. दिस इज C4H10. तो इसका सिंपल क्या होगा? इफ देयर आर 2 कार्बन देयर शुड बी 5 हाइड्रोजन्स. इससे फर्दर सिंप्लीफाई नहीं हो सकता. तो इट इज अगेन A. Name 2 products made during the complete combustion of C. So C is what? C is C4H8. When you completely burn it, you will get CO2 and H2O. बैलेंस आप कर सकते हैं. इनफैक्ट कंप्लीट कंबशन में यू ऑलवेज गेट नेम लिखा हुआ है, तो आप लिखेंगे कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड and water. Correct? Make sense, everyone? Yes. Okay. Part B. Try करें जरा सब लोग part B for all 4 marks. शाबाश. Read the statement and try to answer this part B. This is from fractional distillation. Will test your understanding and knowledge from fractional distillation. Please check करें इसको सब लोग. एक फ्रैक्शन में से इसका नाम लिखना है आपने. Name the fraction which is most viscous, smallest molecule, weakest extractive forces, and fraction called X. Shabash. Less than a minute. Done.
Yes, sir.
डन कर लिया सबने?
Yes.
Am I audible? अच्छा, मैंने आपको बताया था एज यू गो टॉप टू बॉटम इन दिस फ्रैक्शनेटिंग कॉलम, व्हाट हैपेंस टू द कार्बन चेन. हमने 4 ट्रेंड्स पढ़े थे. कार्बन चेन, नंबर ऑफ कार्बन एटम्स, viscosity and boiling point. They all increases top to bottom. ये तीनों इंक्रीज हो रहे हैं. इंक्रीजेस टॉप टू बॉटम. एक ही चीज इंक्रीज होती है, उसका नाम है फ्लेमेबिलिटी. Flammability decreases. So this one is highly flammable, most flammable. But the one in the bottom, bitumen, it is most viscous. It has the greatest number of carbon atom. It has the highest boiling. This has the least number of carbon atom. This is least viscous. This has the lowest boiling point, and this is highly flammable. So most viscous has to be bitumen. ये लिखा था सबने. Smallest molecule should be the one on the top because it contains the lowest number of carbon atoms, so refinery gas. Fraction with the weakest attractive forces, it is the same fraction that has the lowest boiling point. The lowest boiling point, देखो boiling point top to bottom तो increase हो रहा है, तो सबसे ऊपर वाले का boiling point सबसे low है. It should be again refinery gas. Name fraction X. X is used as jet fuel. So which fraction is used as jet fuel? ये यूज होती है kerosene या paraffin. What happens at point Y on the diagram? So you add crude oil and you need to heat the crude oil at point Y. So हम क्या करेंगे? लिखेंगे heat या boil. Temperature is provided. Make sense everyone? ये लिखा सबने? Correct. चलें आगे आगे. Polymer है, इसको छोड़ देते हैं. Polymer. Okay. Ready? साइक्लोहेक्सीन ऐसा तो कोई सुना ही नहीं सर हमने, लेकिन हमने ईन तो सुना ना. आपने सिर्फ अपने काम की चीज पे फोकस करना है. सिंस वी नो व्हाट ईन इज, forget about this one. Ene is unsaturated. Ene is one that have double bond, and ene always give addition reaction. This is what we know about ene, any alkene. Like since it has ene at the end, it is unsaturated, has double bond. It reacts similar to alkenes. It should react because it has a double bond. Can you see a double bond here? It has a double bond, so it should react like alkenes because it has a double bond. It is alkene. Cyclohexene is unsaturated hydrocarbon. Thank you. हमने पहले decide कर लिया था. What is meant by unsaturated? So substance या molecule that have a double covalent bond between carbon atoms. Double covalent bond के साथ आपने पूरी बात लिखनी है. Between carbon atom. What is meant by term hydrocarbon? So molecule contains carbon and hydrogen atoms only atoms only जरूर लिखना है आपने. Construct the equation for the complete combustion of cyclohexene. अगर हमने equation लिखनी है तो we should know the molecular formula. अगर इसमें total carbon count करो, it has 6 carbons. And if a hydrogens count करो तो it has 10 hydrogens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So it has 10 hydrogens. जब इसकी complete combustion करेंगे, that means we are reacting it with oxygen. ऐसा ही है ना, oxygen से reaction कर रहे हैं. तो complete combustion में क्या मिलेगा? CO2 and H2O. ओके अगर CO2 और H2O मिलेगा लेकिन बैलेंस भी करनी है. जितने कार्बन हैं उतने कार्बन डाई, जितने हाइड्रोजन हैं उसका हाफ वाटर. अब ऑक्सीजन बैलेंस कर लो. 6 2 12, 12 and 5 17. तो मुझे इसको 17 में कन्वर्ट करना है. कैसे करूंगा? मुझे इस O2 को क्या बनाना है? 70. क्या था? C4H10. तो यहाँ पे O2 मुझे 17 चाहिए, तो इसको 8 से मल्टीप्लाई करूंगा तो 16 हो जाएगा. या तो मैं इसके साथ 8.5 लिख सकता हूं, या जो नंबर मुझे चाहिए 17 चाहिए तो ये तो 34 हो जाएंगे, तो मैं इसको डिवाइड कर दूंगा उसी नंबर से जो इसके साथ लिखा हुआ. ये 2 2 से कैंसिल हो जाएगा तो यू विल गेट 17 इलेक्ट्रॉन. लेकिन आप लिखेंगे 17/2, आप कैंसिल नहीं करो. अंडरस्टूड है कि 17/2 इज एक्चुअली 8.5. सो लेट्स राइट द इक्वेशन. इट हैज टू बी C6H10 reacts with 17 over 2 O2 gives 6 CO2 and 5 H2. ये लिखा सबने. Cyclohexene ene reacts with bromine. This is an addition reaction, molecular formula of the product. So let's imagine हमने इसमें bromine ऐड की. तो we know that bromine is give positive result for alkene. It is orange, it is brown. When you add into a molecule that contain a double bond, so bromine is added. Bromine इसमें add हो जाएगी. तो double bond क्या होगा? It will disappear. So double bond will become single bond, and both carbon each get one bromine. तो इसका formula क्या होगा? It will still have the same carbon, the same hydrogen, but bromine is added. So this is the formula of the product, and that is exactly what you write here. C6H10 and Br. What is observed? What would you observe? The brown color disappears. Sense, everyone? Yes. Yes. All right. So I hope the class notes and the discussion of this organic chemistry, this has some connection with the past papers, and I hope you enjoyed and you learned that how the examiner is going to test your understanding and knowledge as far as organic is concerned. See you on Monday. Take care, everyone. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz, sir.
Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz, sir.